Fashion Trends 2026. What are we in for? Something that some of you gonna absolutely love and some gonna be so angry that it's coming back. If you have any guesses in the beginning of the video, let me know in the comments. This trend I'm gonna reveal at the end. That's a juicy one. And before that, we're gonna talk about 9 other trends which gonna be huge for 2026. If you wanna look stylish, not dated, then you should consider them and implement some of them in your wardrobe. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Lina, I'm a stylist and a fashion creator, and today we're gonna talk about one of my favorite topics, fashion trends 2026. To be honest, there is a lot going on, so I've chosen 10 trends which definitely worth your attention and they're gonna shape 2026 fashion. Trend number 1, the feminine detail staying. Anything that gives you this feminine feel and truly makes your outfit special, that's gonna stink. And I'm saying staying because if you have watched my previous videos on trends last year, you will notice that I have already spoke about that. That's the great news because these elements are going further. We're gonna see a lot in 2026, and this is why you can get even more wear out of these pieces if you have purchased them before or you genuinely love that kind of pieces. But also if you wanna add something else, you can definitely do it. It's not going anywhere. These are also elements which is easy to layer, or let's say easier to layers, but we're gonna talk about that later. Okay, the second trend, I absolutely love it, and it's related to the first one a little bit because after all everything is connected. Duh. It's layering, and you can ask me, is it really a trend? Well, we see layering all the time, and layering is an amazing technique to make your outfits more interesting, but this year we're gonna layer even more creative, more modern, more unusual. That's gonna be the real differentiator. So what we're gonna see? We're gonna see a lot of, let's say, tops on a t-shirt, skirts on the pants. That's why we have lace. A lot of just sheer material on top of your outfit. Scarves gonna be big, and also very interesting, like repurposing of your pullovers as a skirt and so on. So that's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be intense. Of course, if you don't feel like this is for you, you don't need to go to that extremes. You can just stick to a very good layer. You can maybe just trying to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more experimental. So one of the best and just proven tricks for layering is obviously wearing a jumper on your shirt. Make this short, for example, with lace, and you're gonna be on style already. Just try to add a bottom layer, for example, with the lace trace, but for the winter. So something like that. It's gonna look super modern, but it's not gonna be over the top. And yeah, FYI, this is what I'm gonna implement in my wardrobe for sure. Trend number 3, and this is a color explosion. Yes, there's gonna be so much color this year, and we're talking about bold, bright colors. They're gonna be also more of a color blocks in your outfits, like a pink blazer, you know, or green trousers, something like that. And moreover, we're gonna see a lot of combinations of these unusual combinations of the colors, and I found some combinations which I think are extraordinary and you can try it out. First one, which you're gonna see a lot, and it's also unusual, it's a blue color with green, lime green. I just find it so unusual, creative. You know, if I would tell you combine blue and green, it sounds weird, but that does work. Then one of my favorite is pairing apple red color with bubblegum pink. If you have seen my videos before, I do love pink. I think this combination is just so cool. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Another one which is easier to do is the brown with a pop of color, like again blue or green or red. As far as this pop of color is really bright, then yeah, that's gonna look amazing. And that's easy to do. You don't need to buy a whole wardrobe. You can just either pull a very bright piece from your wardrobe, or let's say buy one bright piece. I absolutely love this trend. If you're not a color person, I absolutely get it. I also love my black and white. So you can experiment with color through accessories, a little scarf, a bag, just a little pop of color. You already gonna elevate your outfits. Okay, trend number 4, and one of my favorite is this 80s power dressing. I'm talking about these suits with structured shoulders, like YSL style. You have a strong silhouette, the cinched waist, Oh gosh, I absolutely love it. It's just, you know, translates the power. And yeah, this is gonna be big trend. You can go in both directions. You can go for a power suit, especially if you're working in the office. That's gonna be super useful. A little bit oversized, big shoulders, focus on the waist, don't forget that. More of the wide, flowy trousers with a heel. Yes. Alternatively, if you don't want to go to such extremes, then you can just go for a blazer, more stretchy shoulders. You can even buy shoulder pads and put them in your usual blazer. So, you know, see if this is something for you, and then just add this blazer with your casual outfits, with your jeans, you know, when you're going for, I don't know, drinks, evenings out or something like that. Absolutely love it. And I also love to combine these two trends I said, the power dressing and the feminine. For example, having a nice bow blouse, which is definitely a feminine thing, with a structured blazer. It's a gorgeous combination. Trend number 5. We're gonna talk a little bit about accessories, because accessories are still strong, and this time we noticed that there is more interest in the accessories that is coming from the nature. For example, the big stones or seashells, something like that, should look polished, not like you're on the beach, well, except you're on the beach. Big statement with relationship to nature. That's gonna be big. Overall, I love accessories, and I think when you have several statement accessories, yes, like my brooch. By the way, brooches are also gonna be huge, so yes, you can go for something like that, and seriously, that's Amazon. Or if you love the vintage feel, gosh, take out all your vintage best finds and use them. Next trend I saw is that we have a lot of leather. Leather was a trend, I think, already for several years. Yeah, even this season we see still a lot of leather, and it's in everything: the jackets, the skirts, the trousers, the trenches, pants, absolutely everything. And I love it because it gives you options to play with textures. As I said, embroidery, the textures material, suit material, and now we have leather, so you can combine whatever textures as far as it goes together. And if you combine that correctly, then yeah, it looks just like a chef's kiss. Okay, trend number 7, and we're gonna talk about the printed scarves. I think for the past half a year, scarves grew even more. They are also staying, and they are getting bigger. And I think it's the easiest trend you can implement. So we're gonna see a lot of big scarves, also like capes, but we're gonna see scarves in a weird places, like on your waist, as a part of your suit, on your half, as a part of your top. There is also gonna be tops which are done from this printed scarf materials, and the focus is on printed because prints are also dominating on the runways. And how can you do it in an easy way? Well, for example, just as I did it, I just have a basic, very simple long sleeve. I have a blazer, and I added a little touch of the scarf. You don't need a brooch if you don't like it. You can just add it like it, or you can put a little brooch on your scarf as well. That looks absolutely amazing. You can put your scarf in your hair, on your waist, so many ways. So experiment, try, and you don't even need to spend money on it. Just pull out the scarves. I'm sure you have, or if you don't, probably someone in your life has it, you know, your mom, your grandma, and so on. A very good trend, which I absolutely love. Trend number 9, the sporty vibes. Personally, this trend is not exactly for me, but I'm reporting it to you in case you love it. We're gonna see a little bit more of the sporty fail out looks, especially we're gonna see it in the jacket. You know, the bomber jackets, more like a sports clothes jacket you wear when you're going for a run, like a rain jacket, you know, something like that. And I think it has its place, especially if you love the style, then definitely get pieces out of your wardrobe and experiment. You can also just combine it with your jeans, for example, for more casual look. Personally, I prefer something more elegant, something more like in the suits direction. However, these absolutely gorgeous bomber jackets with a funnel neck, we're gonna see them everywhere. They are already everywhere, and this is the piece which, yeah, I like. It's gorgeous, and yes, it gives you this cool sporty look. Okay, but let me know who of you love the sporty look. And we are on the trend number 9. Very, very controversial. That's the one I told you a lot of you will hate. It's a skinny jeans. Yes, I'm surprised as you are. I mean, they tried to creep in the past seasons, but now they are going full on. We saw a lot of the skinny jean or legging type of situation on the runway, styled with the high boots, so more in the equestrian trend style, which I absolutely love. But I have to agree, the skinny jeans feels a little bit like a comeback from 2010, you know? Yeah, so I would be extremely careful how you style it, otherwise you will look dated and we don't want that. The best way to do is to leverage the proportions, and if you style your skinny jeans or leggings, the best shoes you can pair is the high knee boots, and then you need to really add volume on your top, hence the big knitted sweaters are absolutely gorgeous, or long tunic situation. That's why we also have a trend of dresses with this type of leggings, jeans. Yeah, I would do something like that because you really need to balance your top with a skinny jean. There is a lot of discussions about the skinny jean trends, and we will see if it's gonna stick or is it just something that, you know, fashion designers are trying to test us. Let me know, are you in a team for skinny jeans or not? I really want to know. Let's discuss about this. I have to say, it's been loving skinny jeans for many years, but now already for several years I switched to wide leg or straight jeans just because it's easier to style and it looks better and more put together. The trend number 10, the last one, it is all about the capes and the dramatic outwear. We're still in winter, so we're talking about the colorful coats or just a big coat which, you know, makes the whole outfit, because the coat is your outfit. This is a huge brand and that's why we see different textures, coats and puffers, jackets. I absolutely love the trend because I think during winter it's so boring outside and everyone just wears black. So no, that's an easy way to stand out and also be warm by choosing an interesting coat. And also it's just one piece, so it's super easy to dress up. A lot of these coats and a lot of coats with capes are super on trend and it looks extremely elegant. But I think here I don't agree with the majority of the magazines and fashion creators, because I think this trend will go away and you will be stuck with this coat. So I would try to actually have a more classic coat which will last you forever, but play around with your scarves. You can also get, you know, like a cape scarf if you want more woolen scarf, but this gives you much more flexibility on what you can do instead of just having one cape coat for the next, I don't know, 3-5 years. Okay guys, so here you have it, 10 fashion trends which are gonna be everywhere. Seriously, if you're not gonna see them, comment me, because then it means something is wrong here, but I'm sure you're gonna see them. I absolutely love knowing the trends. It feels so exciting and it feels new, but you always need to start with the base, and that's why if you need help with that, I have a solution for you in the link below. Have a look. And I also provide a personal styling advice, and if you're looking for this personal attention and advice which would be tailored for your lifestyle, for your body, for your colors, then yeah, you might want to check out this link. I think you might be also interested in how to look better than 93.7% people this year. Yes, I have a video for you with just 6 easy styling tips which absolutely gonna elevate your style even if you don't follow trends and don't like trends. Okay, I think that's all for the day. If you have any questions, you know what to do, leave me a comment below, and I hope you can also like this video and just say hi in the comments because I want to know you better. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and it was useful, and see you in my next fashion videos. Bye!